Kel-Tec is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
Tune.
All right.
Hey everyone, welcome KKOW.
We go real. All right, so this is directional, so you got to get up on it.
You got it.
Get enough
You'll hear it in your headset there.
Hi, I'm James Taylor.
The singer?
Yeah.
The singer, the songwriter. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to have D. James Taylor on the Talking Lead podcast.
I'll be there. And I look gorgeous.
Nobody knew that James Taylor was Pro 2A. Figured he'd be the opposite.
Good question.
You know?
That one be somebody needs to
I'm guessing he's probably pretty liberal.
Probably.
Yeah. But not this James Taylor.
Joe.
No.
I told Joe, I said, the Talking Lead's here. Come by. I got some ideas for it. He goes, oh, sweet. I don't know if Marty still loves me.
Joe
Moe.
Oh, Joe Moe.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Joe Moe. Why wouldn't I? Unless he's done something that I don't know about. So.
I'll tell you, it used to be a lot cooler, the Dame James Taylor. People aren't remembering him anymore. Unless I find somebody over
my age?
Yeah,
like my age?
I'm trying to be nice here, but then they're like, whoa!
So this James Taylor, Leadheads. By the way, we are at the 2023 SHOT Show, broadcasting from the official lead quarters here at Kel-Tec, KelTecWeapons.com. Make sure you check out their new KSG 410 and their R50. It's the rifle version of the P50.
And it's nice.
It is.
I shot it yesterday.
And we're going to talk about that here just shortly. But James is with the Second Amendment Wholesale Company. They're out of Grand Forks, North Dakota.
North Dakota, yes, sir. And
I have
also
my readers
Rolla, Missouri. Rolla, Missouri. Yeah, we have our second headquarters, or our second warehouse there, which will eventually probably be our headquarters.
Nice. Very
right
good.
on 44, it makes it real easy to ship to FFL
Get
dealers.
in and out, right?
Right.
So tell us what you're all about. What Second Amendment Wholesale is all about.
Elevator speech, huh?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear the good nitty. And you can be, upfront and honest here with the Leadhead Brigade.
I will do that.
You don't have to sugarcoat anything.
I'll tell you right now, that's all you're going to get from James Taylor. And I will talk third person every once in a while, but that's all you're going to get is real life interesting stuff. So Second Amendment Wholesale, 2 warehouses, one in Grand Forks, North Dakota. That's where we got our start. Now we've kind of transitioned over to Rolla, Missouri, to a nice, large, square-footed warehouse on I-44 where we can ship out very quickly. A little bit of a difference. We're new to the game. We're only 5-6 years old. We're not your legacy wholesale distributor, but that's what we kind of like about ourselves. We rely a lot on our website. And if you have an FFL, you can have a free account with us, and you can order with us 24/7. If you're one of those night owls and you just want to order 17 KSG 410s,
17.
You can do it in any hour of the day.
You want 100? How about 100?
1,700.
1,700 KSG 410s. You can do it at 2 in the morning, whatever you want there. It's a free account. We try and do a lot for our dealers, and that's why I got hired. That brings me around to me. I'm the creative services manager. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late. I am the guy in the
But you can call
videos.
late because they're open 24/7.
Exactly.
Man, this
Maybe
is
James
marketing.
Taylor isn't. I don't know. But
Depends on what night.
yeah.
It depends on how much moonshine.
That email's always working though, right?
How much moonshine?
I do make my own moonshine.
So does North Dakota have some pretty good moonshine?
I'm in Missouri.
You're in Missouri, so Missouri
I don't
even
know if
better
North
moonshine.
Dakota-
I know
Exactly.
Missouri's got really
I live
good
in the
moonshine.
Ozarks, man.
The good stuff comes from the Ozarks.
Absolutely, and it's legal.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, kind of. But anywho, well, I digress. So you can't call me at 2 a.m. unless maybe it's a Friday night. But yeah. So back to me, creative services manager. I'm the guy in the videos, is what I tell people. And all I do is literally take a brand like Kel-Tec, and I try and tell dealers why it'll sell off their shelves. So when I make a video, it's a lot different than selling to a consumer. It's different than a retailer. I'm trying to say, hey, this KSG 410 is important because of X. And we actually just talked about it.
Yeah.
And
It's sitting over there, isn't it? Or did somebody take it?
Stolen guns here.
There it
SHOT
is.
Show 2023.
I mean, let's hold it up and talk about it while
Right.
we're talking about it.
So I'll talk about it after I just saw it 5 minutes ago, but I'll give it a shot here. So I already like the KS7.
Exclusive here at the 2023 SHOT Show. The Leadhead Brigade got to see it first and hear about it first.
Yeah. I already like the KS7 anyway, so to just put it in a 410 is spectacular. And I'm already thinking about, like, I'll be honest, my wife and my son shooting it. Because the 410, my son has a 20 gauge, And we have some 410s so that he can get into hunting and things like that. And that's exactly what Chad and I were talking about a while ago, is maybe taking the handle off and putting some kind of, any kind of sighting system on it, whatever you want, and then giving, my son will shoot this right now and have an absolute blast.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
It's fun right out of the box. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
And
dual tube, 17 plus 1 you can get with a 3-inch on those. So, I mean, tons of fun with the 410.
I got to be honest, I wasn't even listening to you just now, but yep.
Yeah. You still texting Joe
It
there?
shoots kitty cats
it
out
holds,
of the end of
it
the
holds
barrel.
34 shells.
3,400 each tube. Not really.
It destroys people in one shot. Absolutely.
So your media is you're creating media for these companies.
FFL dealers.
For FFL dealers. So
we can't
talk
sell
about
to anyone
that
else.
process.
You got it. So when I look at the camera, you'll hear on YouTube, "Hey, dealers, I'm talking to you." Now, if I get a consumer that watches the video because I do something silly with one of these KSGs or whatever, or KS7s or KSG 410s, it doesn't really matter. Great, that doesn't make me money. I'll be honest.
Like muzzling your thigh right now?
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
It's just nuzzling.
But we know the fire pins.
It's only 410.
It's only, it'll only take off the knee, I think. I'm not real sure.
Not even.
It might just leave a little pinhole.
Bounce right off.
Yeah.
At that range?
Oh, we're good. All right, so so it's a different kind of media, if you will. And then what I like to do though is to take our brands, Kel-Tec and whoever, and I'd say, hey, it's your content. I work for the company. I'm not like an influencer. I guess I kind of am, but it's for them. So that's the difference. That second.
So you're creating the content for them. They're putting it up on their wherever media, websites, using it like. Here at a convention, you
got it.
And it's
you guys have a
good.
TV going.
It's
right
always
there
great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
FFL dealers actually have some of the videos rotating on loop in their shops, which I'm super proud of. I mean, I got a face only a mother can love, but it's super cool. So,
Keith Garcia, ladies and gentlemen, is standing outside. 3-gun champion, world champion.
Former law enforcement officer.
Former, retired. We're going to have him on here shortly.
LA County?
Yeah.
LA County, I think.
Yeah, nice. LA County, yeah. So where can people get in touch with you if they want to enhance their exposure?
Absolutely. We have support at secondamendmentwholesale.com.
Okay, and, just that. And are you on the grams and the Facebooks? And
we're on the Facebooks. We're on the Facebooks.
Okay.
I remember when it was thefacebook.com when it first came out. Yeah. We're on the Facebooks. We got kicked off the Instagrams.
Do you remember the MySpace?
The
MySpace.
I am just on the cusp.
I'm gonna start a MySpace account.
You should.
Is it still available?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could still do that.
I know. I just
That's
I looked it up not too long ago. It's still there, and it's.
Is that the one that's friends with whatever his name is?
Yeah.
The owner, Zach or something like that.
What was that dude's name?
Bill. Friends with Bill.
I
don't know.
I remember that. I mean, I know you're talking about, but
so how did you get involved in this crazy business, man?
The world. I don't know, man. I'm a weirdo.
World.
I'm a weirdo. So I did 13 years in the Air Force. So after at age 18, got out, took some gigs in marketing as a TV station, blah, blah, blah. Ended up going back and training, and then, man, just second minute wholesale just fell on my step. And
just
here I am.
happened.
Yeah, this is the second time I've been at SHOT Show. I've only been hired for about a year.
Your second
and a half.
one, okay.
Right. So if you look at any of the media right now, it's growing. It's growing, and it's.
And who are some of your clients right now? Can you? There's that confidential stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, you can look at any of our brands. We have 140 brands right now. So, right off the top of my head, I'm getting ready to go to Wraithworks after this.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is end up at booths, and I'm going to end up talking just like I did to Chad.
You're going to send them over here?
I will. Why wouldn't I?
That's part of your brand.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, get you some exposure. Come to Talking Lead Podcast.
I like it. I'm a connector, so I'll totally
We'll collaborate.
I like it. Yeah. So any of the, CAA, we've got, I'll tell you, I'll be honest. Again, you asked me to be honest. We don't have all the big brands. We don't have Ruger. We don't have Springfield. I mean, we're trying, don't get me wrong, but it's my pleasure to take someone like Live Free Armory and say they're not totally new to the block, but this is what makes them different than the big brands.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I mean, Kel-Tec is a big brand. Let's just be real. So, but it was great to bring them on board, and now we're partnering with them. Yeah, kissy kissy. So there you go. So, but to take other brands that are just coming to the market, we pride ourselves a little bit on that. Picking them up and showing them off and giving everybody a chance. That's what we pride ourselves on as well with the website, and we sell to any FFL dealer. We don't We don't allocate things kind of like the competition does. Again, not knocking the competition, but anybody can buy from us.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, please do.
Yeah, we distributors, man, typically, I love hearing what you're saying because it's a breath of fresh air for probably a lot of manufacturers because dealing with distributors over the years has just been such a massive headache for us in particular because of demand. And so these distributors, and I get it, it's capitalism, it's American way, it's your business, you kind of run it however you want, but our products have been held hostage for years and years and years because, and this is not a brag, but we have 320 employees. Our manufacturing is not what Ruger is, it's not what Smith and Wesson is, or Glock, or any of the other major companies. They have thousands of employees, they've got thousands of people in their machine shops, et cetera, et cetera. But we're cranking out 250,000 guns a year with 300 people, and a third of those people are admin. So you think about,
Wow.
do the math on that. But the thing is like, especially when the KSG came out with such massive high demand, anytime we come out with something new, there's high demand on it, and that's expected, and we know it's going to be a game of catch up, et cetera. But what happens is when they finally do get out to distributors in some decent numbers, a lot of the distributors, not all of them, and I'm not going to name any names, they'll hold their guns hostage. So they'll tell retailers like, listen, you can have, we got 3 KSGs for you, but you're going to have to buy X to get the 3 KSGs.
Right.
And again, I get it. They're trying to move product, get guns off the shelves. But it's really, really frustrating for us because that always comes back to us. The end user has no idea, like, even what a distributor does, right? So it comes back to us, like, why can't I find this? Why can't I find that? And we're like,
sorry,
we just shipped 5,000 of those this week. Like, where are they going? Like, because these retailers are like, okay, look, I don't need any more Glocks for my shelf. I've got every single Glock and I got 5 each one. But the distributor's like telling them, like, well, if you want those KSGs, you're gonna have to buy these 5 Glocks too, so
Leverage,
right?
Yeah.
And again, not necessarily bashing them for that. They got to move product, and we love guns moving just like everybody else.
It's
but
a technique,
move our guns, and it is a technique. But the thing is, like, it always comes back to us, and it frustrates us because it looks like we're not manufacturing stuff. And then when we show people the numbers, they come down and they do a tour of the factory. It blows their mind because they're like, well, I haven't even seen a PMR 30.
Where are they at? Where are all these guns at?
Yeah. And we're talking about guns that have been out for years still. So. Yeah.
I have 2 things that I want to just follow in on that to make sure, again, I'm truthful here. All right, so we do have an allocation point system like that, but it is transparent. You literally get to see your allocation points. Yes, you might have to buy 2-3 boxes of PMC ammunition to earn those points to buy the KSG. I want to make sure that's very clear.
Ammunition is completely different. You can't have enough ammo. So if you're leveraging something that they will actually buy and use, awesome. That helps everybody out, right?
There you go.
Yeah, especially if it's the ammo for the gun that you're selling, right? So PMR 30, oh, well, you got to buy however many cases of 22 Magnum. You're like, bring it. Then we can sell the guns and the ammo.
You want to be a one-stop shop.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I want to make sure that's clear, because if any of our FFL dealers are listening, there's a lot they don't understand exactly what you said a while ago. They don't get to see the stuff behind the scenes of other distributors. We're transparent.
Absolutely.
You literally
That's
have
the
an
biggest
account with 1,000, 2,000, 500, whatever. You get to see what it is.
And the other thing is, if I might suggest something, is if it's available from your warehouse, give them things to choose from. So that maybe there's something they don't have that they would want, as well as the PMR 30s or whatever it might be. So kind of help them pair it up. And just build a relationship with the retailers. We try to build a relationship.
And how often
with
do they come to you guys and listen to your suggestions?
The retailers?
Yeah.
Or the distributors?
The distributors.
Oh, they don't listen to us at all.
They don't listen to you?
No.
I mean, do you try?
No, no, we are. And,
I'm here.
We've got
kisses.
We've got.
That's what I'm saying. So you're kind of the middleman now that can
trying to be
speak both people's language with each other and translate it. And
we are just fairly recently
fix this system.
We are, and we're trying to do that from the manufacturer side. Our guy Parker, a good friend of ours, relation to the Kellgren family. He is now the guy that's point man on all this stuff. So he's working deals with distributors to try to give them some incentive, and then pass that incentive on to the retailers. Which ultimately, this is always about the end user. It's always about our customers. That's who we really care about the most. And but we do still want to build that relationship with distributors and retailers as well, just to make sure everybody's happy. Because it's the gun industry, we all need to work together, not against each other. And so that's what Parker's doing. He's constantly trying to work those deals and trying to innovate.
Nice.
So what I'm hearing here, lead heads, is the frustration is going to soon subside. You're going to be able to get that sub 2000. You're going to be able to get that P50, P70 now.
Well, people are already seeing those efforts a little bit.
R50, sorry.
R50, yeah. So it's smoothing out quite a bit, as well as our manufacturing. We've streamlined that quite a bit. Adrian Kellgren, so there's 2 Kellgren brothers, George's sons. Adrian runs all the manufacturing side of it, and Derek runs pretty much everything else in the company. And Adrian, when he came on a couple of years ago, his goal was to streamline our manufacturing, innovate stuff to crank out guns faster, while not having to overexpand as far as employees. In fact, he's even opened a new facility in Wyoming. So we're going to be manufacturing all of our brand new products out in Wyoming.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What part of Wyoming?
Rock Springs. It's southwest side.
Southwest,
yeah.
All right.
2 hours from Salt Lake City.
Very nice.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And that
so can we see more of George's industrial? What is he? He's an engineer. Drawings. These crazy ideas that he has. We're gonna start seeing more of those cranking out.
Yes. Yeah. Those are they're going to be fleshed out much more rapidly than they have been in the past. So again, probably going to create. The demand thing is going to go through the roof, just like everything else. Just when we kind of level off, George comes out with something and everyone's head just goes, and you're like, crap, George, here we are with our pants down again. Like, everyone's going to want this. Like, but Adrian's job is to make sure that we're spun up for it ahead of time. Just like the KSG 410, we've been working on this for actually quite a while. And because when we introduce it this year, we want to be ready to roll it out.
Nice.
In the past, the KSG is the prime example. We came with the KSG. Nobody saw one for like 2 or 3 years even, because we were like, I don't know if anyone's going to like this dual tube pump action shotgun. Like I thought it was.
You're just
awesome.
kind of like testing the waters, throw it out there.
Yeah, but we were like, we brought it to the SHOT Show. This was kind of a place to display stuff that you're thinking about maybe making or whatever.
Not really.
And dude,
you found that out.
Dude, for 4 straight years, you were at our booth. It was elbow to elbow in here, while the rest of the place is empty on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Because they just wanted to get their hands on this KSG thing. So.
Yeah. But that's the thing too, is you gotta.
But the reason
timing.
This time. But the reason for that is George's humility, and he doesn't. He just designs stuff. I say this all the time. I've said it a million times on your show. He designs stuff that he just wants in his own safe,
that he
and
thinks
it just so happens to be super cool to everybody else too. So he's starting to understand the sales and marketing part, and how whatever comes out of his head, people are going to want it right away.
Yeah.
So
I've said it time and time again. He's probably one of the overlooked, underrated engineers in our industry, designers. Mm-hmm. I mean, in my opinion, he ranks up there with the Kalashnikovs, the Stoners, the greats.
Concur.
Yeah,
Concur.
he would.
And that's when I make a video, I want people to know that.
Yeah,
I want people to understand who George is.
George would probably turn beet red and scoff at that, but but you're right. He does. I wish I could talk about the next 11 things we have coming out. It's
I wish
crazy,
you could too.
But
do it.
I
won't tell anybody. Nobody's going to hear this.
Every time,
nobody's listening.
Every time I see a drawing, I'm just like, George, how do you come up with this stuff? How do you do this? It's
Does he
crazy.
dream? Does he like in his dreams or what is this?
I have no. Maybe I don't know.
Does he watch a movie and he says I can make that better?
I can't see him watching a lot of TV or movies or anything.
Here's the thing, though. Most firearms don't interest him. Like, you could take him around this whole show and he'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. This is cool, or whatever." But nothing really like jumps out at him. You know what I mean? Anything that jumps out at him is whatever comes out of his head.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing when people come by our booth and they see the innovation. Like, "Oh my gosh, there's nothing like this at the show."
Oh man,
that's the world's first 410 bullpup.
That's what we said in our video. We're trying to tell everybody. That's right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's all George. It all comes out of George's head, and we're the beneficiaries of it.
Yeah. Now, is he going to be here this week? Are we going to have
he
the ability?
usually comes on Wednesday.
Good fortune to have him.
Yeah,
okay.
He'll stay Wednesday. Sometimes he'll stay Thursday during the day too.
Okay.
So
well, maybe we'll be fortunate enough to get him on and talk to us again.
Make him turn red.
But
maybe.
the thing is, you've heard him talk. Like, you ask him questions, he's like, Maybe. We had him on before.
Oh, I know. And
Remember
it was great.
You had a
I got him talking. I started to get him to loosen up. Finally.
You did, and you had a list of questions, and you asked them. One of the questions for the panel was, if money was no object, what would you buy? Like, what's the number one thing on your list? Like, it's like the lottery question, right? What's the first thing you buy if you win the lottery? And George thought about it, and I mean, we even had to fill in the dead air because he's thinking about it so hard, right? Yeah. And then he goes, a boat. Like, George, you could literally buy anything you
buy
want.
a boat right now, couldn't he?
I'm like, George, you could buy a boat company if you want. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like money be damned, laws be damned. What would you own? You know.
What would you own?
What would
you
I
do?
own?
Yeah.
I would have my own private island that's decked out, corner to corner with miniguns. I'd have my own private helicopter pad. Nice dock area for my Navy that I'm gonna have. And
how about you, James? What would you buy?
I'm with you. Land. It's a
land
it's a
and fortified land.
Yeah. The first thing I would buy, without question, I'd buy George a boat.
You buy that'd be the very first thing.
First thing, yeah.
Then it'd have 2 boats.
A boat for every day of the week. Yeah, absolutely. James, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Once again, give your company name and where. Hopefully, we got distributors, FFLs listening that can.
I hope so
benefit.
As well. Sure. Second Amendment Wholesale. All of that is secondamendmentwholesale.com. Make it real easy on you. If you remember you love the Second Amendment, then maybe you'll love us too. I don't really know.
Yeah.
That's great.
Innovating. He's innovating the distributor.
The experience.
We really are. We're giving it a shot.
Yeah. Bridging the gap between manufacturer and distributor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me being new to the game, I didn't even know they existed. Didn't even know a wholesale existed, and now I understand it, and that's what I believe we're doing.
There you go.
So, and I want to be a lead head now. I like you calling me.
You are an official lead head, and we'll get you back on again. Should we hit him with the new guy questions?
Yeah.
We hit you with one. So one of them is, money be damned, laws be damned, what would you buy?
That was land.
So you did that.
I want to be Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I want 100,000 acres.
Nice.
So you served in the Air Force. Thanks for your service.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. What is the first gun that you owned or shot that you can remember, you recall?
Absolutely.
The very first.
Oh, so I got owned and I got shot.
And how old were you?
I didn't get shot. That's not.
I got shot by the first gun I owned. My brother and I were out in the woods.
Wouldn't that be a hell of a story? Yeah. No. First gun I ever shot. Boy, that's got to be a Marlin lever action 22.
Nice.
And that's a family gun. That was for squirrel hunting. I started squirrel hunting.
You still have it?
Absolutely. I actually have the brothers. I have the 30-30.
Okay.
Marlin 30-30 lever action and the 22 version.
I bet you that's
brothers.
in top 5 of people's first guns.
The lever actions?
Just a 22 in general,
Marlin.
but
22?
a Marlin, yeah.
Let's go with
22s
that.
are generally shotguns are rank up there high as their first.
Wow.
Yeah. What about the one that
Keltec 410 is going to be probably up there and listed in a few years. Yeah.
It's going to be a generational gun. Yeah. It's going to be an heirloom.
But you want to hear bought? It involves a pawn store. Had to be a pawn store.
Pawn store.
Or pawn shop. Yeah. Heritage Rough Rider 22. I had no money. I was in college. In the Air Force, and wanted something for self-protection, and I only had $170, and that's what it cost at that pawn shop.
22 will get her done.
Absolutely, 6 times.
Absolutely.
I'm going to hurt you 6 times.
Yeah.
How many different 22s does Keltec have?
Ooh.
Why'd you ask me?
Yeah, he's not going to.
You think about that, and I'll hit you with the next question.
All right.
Is if you could spend the day at the range with anyone or any group of people, alive, dead, or fictional.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. You can do a mixture of all that.
Okay.
Who would you like to spend the day at the range with?
Okay, Ermy. First of all.
The gunny?
Yeah, the gunny.
Yep.
That's no doubt. I know he's not with us anymore. So,
you can bring him back.
I can bring him back, and I want to go on mail call with him and just listen to him for whatever reason. Whew, that just came right out so quick. I have no idea why.
I mean that's the purpose of these questions.
I guess so.
First thing comes to mind.
My grandpa, his name was Daniel Taylor, and everyone called him Daniel Boone because he could shoot. And he's not with us anymore. And I was young when he was old, so I never really got to shoot with him.
So I'm related to Daniel Boone.
You're related to
him? He's like a great, however many greats, like grandfather, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. It's super cool. Yeah, so there's that.
Anyway.
So those 2 guys would be pretty funny to watch. They'd probably all want to throw back a little bourbon and do some shooting and stuff like that. And I'll give you a third one if I can.
Booties out. The third, yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you a third one if I can, just because these are fun questions. If anyone cares.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't know. I don't want to cop out
Do
and
it.
say
Do it.
some Navy SEAL, you know.
Do
I
it.
don't know, like Chris Kyle, you know. I
What's
feel like
the
it's
first
a cop
thing?
out, but it'd be cool.
First thing
Oh,
came to mind.
It'd be cool.
Chris
Why
Kyle?
wouldn't I? Chris Kyle, let's do it.
Chris Kyle.
Let's say it.
Who wouldn't want to go shoot with Chris
So you
Kyle?
know, and I mean, he didn't start this, but there is a Chris Kyle ammo coming out now.
Oh,
No,
nice.
Really?
Line of ammunition, yeah. So I think we're gonna have those people on.
Sweet.
Cool.
It's Taya that heading it up, but she's not
Yeah.
here. But yeah, I was talking to somebody yesterday about that.
No kidding.
Very cool.
Chris Kyle line of ammo. Yeah, pretty sweet.
You know what? While we have Chris Kyle there, let's have Bradley Cooper right next to him. Just
There you
for
go.
giggles. Why not?
Yeah.
Bradley, can you shoot? Let's find out.
Bradley
Yeah.
Cooper, his character in the movie, or actually Bradley Cooper?
Actually, Bradley Cooper. And
Okay.
I just hear them talk about it. I hear there was a lot of discussion with his wife about how he was, and that made the character for the movie. You know, so
yeah,
why not?
Yeah.
He was very thorough in sorting out who Chris Kyle was.
Dude,
so
and
he
you
could bring
could
him,
not
yeah.
recognize Bradley Cooper. He put on so much weight to
Oh,
play that part.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he
yeah.
really beefed up.
He did.
Big time.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great movie.
Boy, that's a great question. I'm
Solid
going to remember that
answers.
question for a long time because I think I could
Solid
go
answers.
for a while.
So I'll bring this up. So what's your go-to, just to kind of kick back, relax, you know, it's like your go-to comfort, whether it's a movie, a TV show, a magazine, a song, music.
Bourbon. I'm just kidding.
Well,
nice
I make my own
cigar,
moonshine, so-
nice cigar and whiskey, you know. What's your
Okay.
Your
Easy.
go-to.
It is bourbon, and it's usually whatever is mid-level at Wally World.
okay?
And whatever, and that's usually Redneck Riviera.
Like Jack Daniels.
I go a little higher, okay? All
Well,
right, Redneck
come
Riviera
on.
or Jim. It's usually Jim.
Yeah.
But if I've got the money,
Bullet
you know,
bourbon?
could be Elijah, could be Bullet.
There you go.
Bourbon is one of my faves.
Yeah. We need to introduce him to
Yeah, Beowulf.
Beowulf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're saying, but I'll do it.
We'll send you some.
The
Okay, I like
creator
that.
was out here a little
Yeah.
earlier.
And then a movie. That's the
Which
answer.
movie?
Oh.
Anything with Sandra Bullock.
What's your go-to
Just
movie?
kidding.
Is that what you think for
No.
me?
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. What style or genre or just?
It's like, what's your one that's like Top Gun?
Oh, my favorite
I
movie.
can watch. Yeah,
Okay, that's easy.
yeah.
So I'm an IMDb guy, all right, and I go by their scores. Some people are Rotten Tomatoes, right?
Are you serious? You go by that?
I
that
do.
Crap?
If it's not above a 6, I'm not gonna even mess with it. I'm not even gonna lie. Now I know comedies are usually 6 to 7. All right.
Sure.
So if you see a 6.4 on a comedy, guess what? It's probably gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
But the movie that I compare all movies to is Forrest Gump,
Forrest Gump.
and it's like an 8.4, 8.5, right?
Okay.
Solid answer, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's your if that's the last movie you could ever watch, it'd be Forrest Gump.
There's so much to unpack.
Yeah.
There's so much, and
There's a
he's
lot.
a filmmaker. He knows. I mean, I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a video maker. I'm a content maker. But the things that they did in that were so ahead of their time, and
Yeah.
and I like biopics. So to combine some history with some fiction, I like it.
I like
Fun.
Benjamin Button.
That's a good one. I haven't
Yeah,
seen that
that's
one.
You
solid.
remember that one?
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Where he starts off as
Old.
and
Gets younger and younger.
Is that
Crazy.
yours? Is that like
Maybe.
your ultimate? You'd watch that the rest of your life?
probably not the rest of my life, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, but there's so many. It's hard to choose just one. There's so many.
You know, I gotta say, I've got little kids, and
I love old westerns, spaghetti westerns.
Oh, sure, that's
Those
easy.
are like my favorite.
Okay,
So-
Outlaw Josie Wales, if we're going with that one.
Okay.
All right,
yeah, I can
Outlaw
do that
Josie
one.
Wales.
I'm with you on that one. I
Okay.
can do that one.
But I was gonna say I've been watching all these kids movies, and I thank God there are filmmakers that put adult humor in there.
Oh yeah.
I'd lose my mind. I've seen.
But do you remember like when you were a kid and you would watch things and your parents would, be snickering again, but you didn't get it?
yeah.
So it's always been there.
Oh, it's much more prominent
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Lego Movie,
Oh, for
these
sure.
things. Yeah. Anyway,
They got to keep you interested.
yeah, because I've seen them 17,000 times.
There you go. Now you're an official leadhead. We ran you through the new
Sweet.
guy questions. So
I appreciate it.
welcome to the Leadhead Brigade.
Thank you, Marty. I
James,
appreciate that.
it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much. Look
Same.
forward to having you back on again. Keep
Why
in touch
not?
with us.
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good. Leadheads, more to come from the 2023 SHOT Show at
Get
the
it
official lead quarters of Kel-Tec.
Hey Leadheads, Dwight Settle with Seal One. Just here to talk to you and tell you a little bit about our product. Seal One CLP Plus is a bio-based, non-toxic product. It comes in a paste, liquid, aerosol, and pre-saturated bore-specific patches called sealskins. They all do the same thing, just different methods of application. The best way to use our product is to start with a clean firearm. And there's two reasons why I say that. First, you start with the Seal One CLP Plus by field stripping your firearm and covering the entire firearm inside and out, bore, barrel, everything, with the Seal 1 CLP Plus. You'll see how easy it spreads around. You'll want to wait about 15 to 20 minutes. Then you come back and you want to wipe it all off. So you see how easy it is to put on and remove. And the second reason we say to use a clean firearm is you'll find that it's not clean. We're going to pull out more carbon that's been left behind with whatever product you've been using before. Okay, it takes about 3 cleanings, so I like to say a clean shoot, clean shoot, clean shoot, just normal usage before the Seal 1 CLP Plus has removed whatever product that you were using before and has seasoned the firearm. It's kind of like breaking in a cast iron skillet. And after that first cleaning, you will notice a difference. And with each successive cleaning, you will find that it gets easier and easier to clean. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a dry lubricant and is designed to work as such. You will find that malfunctions are virtually eliminated when used properly, because the majority of all malfunctions are caused to carbon buildup. And with the Seal 1 CLP Plus, the carbon does not build up. Seal 1 CLP Plus is safe on all metals, plastics, composites, polymers, rubber, wood, and leather. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a one-and-done formulation. No other products are required or needed to clean and lubricate and protect your firearm. That's why we say Seal 1 and done. Seal 1 is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code LEADHEAD for a 25% off discount.
All right, Leadheads, we are back at day 4 of the 2023 SHOT Show, bringing you all the awesome people, products, and things. That encompasses everything else when I say things. You know, we were taught in elementary school not to say things. Like when we write out our sentences, try to think of something more creative. But I'm 51 years old, I'm still using things. You can see my education didn't pay off very well.
Great.
We are at the lead quarters here in Kel-Tec booth at 11238, and I've got a new pair of guests joining me.
Yes.
And I have on my left, as you are listening on the radio dial, Armon.
Yep.
And we have, are you guys married?
Yes.
Okay, I said his beautiful bride, Bridget.
Yes.
I didn't know his girlfriend. We're on Vegas, so these real names. And they are out of Missouri.
Yes.
And they are the first African-American gun shop owners in Missouri.
Yes.
And this is what year?
In St. Louis.
In
St. Louis,
There we go.
Missouri.
Yep.
And this is the year 2023.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yep.
What has been going on that you guys are the first gun store owners?
I don't know. I just think that the Second Amendment was very, very strong with us, and we decided to go be the front runners. If nobody takes that step, somebody has to take the first step. So
Right?
We just
I mean,
made
that's
sure that
hard
we
to
did it.
believe that in all these years that there's been no other African-American that has opened up a gun store in St. Louis.
Yes.
No, not a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have
not a
No.
brick and mortar. So, is there like a lot of obstacles for this to be done? I mean, probably just a gun store in general, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
it
definitely.
was a lot of obstacles, especially after the Obama administration put in their restrictions on at-home FFLs.
Yeah.
And then Missouri, the zoning laws, they stopped a lot of that as well. So when you had those types of things standing in the way, a lot of people say, hey, it's not worth it. But we figured out nooks and crannies of ways to get in there. Our first gun store was actually about a little bit bigger than the size of this room.
Are you serious?
Right
We
now.
were 300 square feet
Oh my
in
gosh.
an office space.
How did you
So-
manage that?
Oh, we managed.
You did.
Our
You
customers
made it
supported,
work.
thank God.
Yeah.
And when did you open your store?
In 2021
Yep.
in February.
February 2021.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many gun stores are there in St. Louis?
Oh,
Do you
man.
know?
It's so many you can't name. I actually worked at one of the best ones for about 4 years before I got my own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
have you noticed, you guys are new.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any other new ones? Or are these like existing gun stores that have been there for years and years?
Yeah, it's kind of
passed on.
slowed down, but we are noticing the big box stores are trying to move in with their gun stores. So
Yeah.
we're seeing more of those guys coming along.
I got
now.
you.
Yep.
So they're trying to shut down the little mom and pop
Pop
shops
shops.
like
Yeah,
yourself?
we just stay in our lane and we do what we do and not worry about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have noticed that they've been trying to come on in. But we have the strong support of our community that understand us being a mom and pop. So pretty good.
What's the name of your gun store?
Sure, it's Prime Protection STL's Tactical Boutique.
Boutique. I
Yes.
like that. Gotta add a little
Of course.
of Bridget flavor in
There you
there.
go.
Most definitely.
I do. I dig it, man.
One of our best things is we not only go for the tactical guys.
Tactical.
Yeah, but most definitely we try and get the women and the ladies
I love
involved in it. When we first got started, about 80% of our clientele through our CCW classes was with women. So we made sure to not run away from them once we got the opportunity to open up a store.
Yeah.
We want to make sure
you
they
can't
invite them
you
in.
can't ignore the female demographic in the firearms
Yeah.
community because it is the fastest growing.
Yeah.
And I think that has to do with individuals like yourselves making and catering to them,
Yes.
and letting them know that, hey, it's not just for men, it's for
Right.
women too, and you need to be able to protect yourself. And
Yep.
that's awesome that you guys are doing that. Now, you said training also. You offer training courses too?
Yeah.
You going to fight on who talks about it?
No, not at all.
Are you doing the training?
No, actually, Armon is the lead instructor for our training programs.
Okay.
Prime Protection STL actually started off in 2016 as a training company.
Oh, okay.
And then we expanded in 2021 into the brick and mortar storefront in FFL. So
So that's kind of you got into it was you doing the training.
yes.
And you're like, it makes sense that we open up our own
Exactly.
brick and mortar.
Yeah, we started off in my mom's basement.
Did
and
you really?
We just expanded, saw that there was a need in our community. And then we made sure to get the proper educations to be able to educate the community.
Yeah.
And have so far reached upwards of about 9,000 some odd residents throughout St. Louis, Missouri City and County and beyond. So
Good for y'all.
yeah,
man.
that's
great.
the
Now, are you doing
foundation.
this through? Is it more grassroots, word of mouth kind of thing that you guys are getting it out there? Or are you doing some heavy advertising and marketing?
Initially, we were grassroots, word of mouth. We didn't even have a name at first.
Yeah.
So it was just with the
Just
customer
Armon
service.
and Bridget's training courses?
It was actually called the $50 CCW classes.
that.
And then we kind of expanded from
Straight to
there.
the point.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
we do advertising and things now too.
And we like to think of ourselves not only as like a gun store or a training company, we're a community resource center.
Yeah.
Because with all of the violence and different things that happen in a city like St. Louis, a lot of people feel like they don't know where to go or who to talk to about this stuff. And we give them that opportunity to come in and learn the legal ways to protect themselves because they feel like bad guys when they need to go and get a gun because there was a shooting down the street from them.
Right.
So we want to be that community resources center to tell them this is what we do and this is how we do it and this is the reason why we do it. So those types of things really help us to grow within the community because people believe in that and they know they got somebody that they can reach out to.
Yeah. Now, also joining us, we had this gentleman on with Mike Sodini and Jake and Jay Hood. I called him D Hood because Devin's name started with a D the other day. But Devin is joining us also with Walk Talk America, and thank you for bringing them in.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I greatly appreciate it. I know our listeners are going to appreciate this too.
We have a big family, so you'll see me with a lot of different logos, and this is one of my favorite ones. Like they said, they've been a resource for the black community in the St. Louis area, so that's something that just needs to be promoted and highlighted.
Oh, absolutely.
Our mom was highlighting, it's really real. I got to work over the summer at their store.
Okay.
So
you had first-hand experience with them.
Right, yeah. So I got to really feel like the vibe and the essence of the store. And I remember one day he was teaching a class in the back. Me and one of the other associates were in the front. She was helping some young ladies pick out purses. And I was like, yo, this is not just a gun store. This is really a community center. This is a safe haven for people who probably aren't very welcomed into the gun community to have a place to go and, like he was saying, get their information and get their knowledge and become sufficient gun owners. And I was like, this is great. This is one of the best things I've seen. And for them to be the first ones to do it in a place like St. Louis is massive. That's huge.
That's monumental.
Thank you.
Now, what kind of obstacles, as black gun store owners, are you guys running into, or are you?
There are several obstacles. A lot of the times people look at the entertainment side of guns in our community because you have things like rap music. They'll spit out some of the dopest lyrics about all of the Dracos and the Glocks and this and that, but they don't have any firsthand experience with that stuff.
Sure.
And so you're teaching bad habits, and we're trying to break those training scars that people have, and that's
a lot of these social media influencers.
Yes.
Also.
And that is a big
got
amount
some
of
bad habits.
Yeah, very bad habits.
And we're not against it. We just try to show them the correct way. It's not anything wrong with you liking the entertainment,
correct,
but also
safe,
know
proper way.
Exactly. Know the proper way of doing it as well. So now you get the best of both worlds.
How did you get involved with firearms originally?
Sure.
So originally my dad,
good old dad.
He took me and my brother out. I think we were 9 years old, and he had an AK-47 and a Glock 23. And he took us out, and he said, "Now both of these could lead you to immense freedom, or it can lead you to prison." And luckily, I took the right way of going with it, and that really helped me out to understand. And by the time I was 15, my first friend from school, he actually went to prison for a firearm charge. So I saw what it was, and I'm happy and I'm thankful and blessed that my father told me that story to hey, you can have this, but if you do it the wrong way, you're going to prison.
Yes, there's two paths you can take: the wrong and the right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and unfortunately, your friend. Well, I mean, fortunate for you probably, because that probably ingrained in you is my dad was right.
Yep.
Because I never listened to my dad.
Most definitely.
I had to learn it on my own. You know.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I actually got into firearms kind of following the footsteps of my husband. He purchased the first firearm to come into the home, and I really started off with the children's firearm safety class.
Okay.
So being that we did have a young son at the time, I knew that if we were going to have this as a sense of protection in the home, that we also needed to do training. So we started off as a family together for our son and I in a children's firearm safety class. Then it just continued to elevate from there. Armon took a lot of training classes. I was in support of those. And then we start talking the lingo. We start going to these classes. I start becoming more educated as well. Took my first CCW class. And then I also then saw that need in the community. I actually was involved in a mass shooting. So being that I was there after the trainings and the teachings under Prime Protection STL, under other reputable instructors that we did come in contact with, I was able to not only save myself in that situation, but also 3 other ladies that did depend on me. So with that, it caused me to have more of a push in the realm of advocating for our women. So I went from there, became a certified instructor alongside with my husband and our other manager in our store, and start doing women's classes. So it was just a snowball effect into a positive way, to be able to be that beacon and advocate for our ladies, from trainings to proper ways of carrying, knowing that we have options, things like that. So that has really been pushing me to continue to grow so that my women will also know as well.
How long ago was this shooting incident that you were involved in?
It's been 4 years now.
It's recent then.
Yeah, it was a recent event. I attended one of my I'm an alumni of a school back in St. Louis. They have a big event that normally comes out around the fall. And I attended that event. On the flyer it said no guns, of course. However, I know the law. So of course I carried my firearm in my concealment garment, and I attended the event, and unfortunately there was shots that just start ringing out. It was crazy. I saw a lot of ladies that just ran, laid down, were just squatting ducks.
Just petrified, I'm sure.
Just petrified. And I knew exactly what to do. I informed the ladies that was right there with me, hey, they didn't know initially that I had my firearm on me.
Sure.
But I did let them know if I saw the shooter and I had a good shot, I will protect us if needed. And so that's what happened. I did not have to discharge my firearm, however, was prepared to do so if needed. Got us all to safety and got out of that shooting successfully. So that was.
So you didn't engage. You're like, everybody stay safe. Let's just find a good, safe way to get out of here.
Exactly.
And if we encounter the guy, I'm going to take him down.
That's right. And so we made it out of that safely.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
But I mean, for you to have that life experience and you to be able to pass it on to your students now, I mean, that's invaluable.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most important things about that story is just the fact that those ladies were laying down, and she said the thing that had me so terrified and I was mad that I wasn't there with her is that guys were running over ladies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And trampling us. Well, not me, because I didn't.
Concerned about themselves, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, but
Well,
I knew
that's what happens,
Yeah.
when people aren't properly trained.
Yep.
They panic, and it's that fight or flight, and 99% of the time it's going to be, flight, and they don't care who's in your way.
That's true.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
Hey,
you are a hero.
I'm just blessed
you saved
to be
your friends'
able to
lives.
help. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are saving a lot of lives with what you're doing. You're doing the Lord's work there in St. Louis, and I am, for one, greatly appreciative of what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And if there's anything that we can do to help push and promote, you guys there. I mean, we're in Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're neighbors.
Yeah,
we're
we
kind of
are.
neighbors. But do you guys travel? Do you travel around to do training, or do you just stick to the Missouri area?
No, so we have been doing a few out-of-state trainings. We work with MJ's Firearms up in Chicago to do a training up there, and you should be seeing us very, very soon. We're working on solidifying some trainings down in Atlanta, Georgia as well. So
Hot Atlanta.
Yep.
Weren't we talking about Hot Atlanta the other day?
Yep, that's where I am.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, so we travel.
Matter of fact, MJ's Firearms, he has a range that's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yes.
In the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, he's up there in Knoxville area.
Is it
Gatlinburg?
That's the
Gatlinburg.
closest. Yeah, Gatlinburg.
Yes,
Is it
Sevierville.
is Leadington a town up there?
Leadington?
Maybe not.
There
That's
could
in
be.
Missouri.
That's in
okay, never
Missouri.
mind.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
I know he's in
Gatlinburg's
he's
there.
in the mountains.
That's Sevierville.
Yeah.
And then Knoxville's right there.
Sevierville. Okay, yeah, he is close to Sevierville. I remember that.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so he's got a range up there. Do you,
Yep.
do you go there?
Yeah, we have been.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. I mean,
I would
it's
go to
nice.
all those training courses. It's so nice there. Have you guys ever done anything in Nashville?
We have
Not just yet.
Well, I've got a lot of good friends that have ranges there.
Okay.
Royal Range USA is 5-star, very nice range there.
Uh-huh.
If you guys are interested in doing some stuff, let me know, and
Sure.
we'll try to make some stuff happen there.
Love to do
We'd
it.
love to have you guys down there in Nashville doing that.
Thank
I'd be
you.
excited
Yeah.
to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
So with with you guys being 2A proponents, young age you got involved with the firearms. Your dad taught you a great lesson. I guess he's the reason that Bridget that you got involved.
Most definitely. I
with the
never even
firearms.
thought. I never
Yeah.
even thought.
and you have a young son,
He's
Son
son
and
and daughter.
son and daughter.
Yes.
I mean, you guys aren't that old.
Yeah. we're not.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
My son, he just took our Pistol 1 class. He's 17.
So he's 7. You have a 17-year-old.
We do.
I was guessing like 7 would be like the max.
No, our daughter is 9. So
Yeah. So he
Y'all are too young for that.
Yeah, he completed that class, and all of the adults were like, "Why is he so good?" Like, and I
see
was
his mom and dad?
excited. Yeah, I was real excited about that. And then my daughter, she just got her first AR-15 22, so we're working
Really?
with her as
Yeah.
well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is she loving it?
Miss
Oh,
Wanda,
she loves it.
She's digging it?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Always excited to go.
Yeah.
Now, have you found that through the teachings that you guys have instilled in them, do they pass it on to their peers?
They do.
In-
Most definitely. So our daughter especially, being that the son is 17, he's working and things like that. But our daughter, being that she's basically grown up in the Second Amendment with us,
Right.
we also provide free firearms education classes for children. children's
Nice.
firearm safety classes. So she's one of the key components of our children's firearm safety. When we moved into our new location in Bridgeton this past April 2022, we actually did a large firearm safety class for free the day before we even had a grand opening. And
Are you getting good response from that?
Oh, yes. It sold out. Well, it was free. So
Sure.
registrations closed out within less than 24 hours. So,
Nice.
and the families came in. We blessed and trained about 60 families on that day. So what our plan is to come this spring start hosting those children's firearm safety classes like we used to do Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to do
Eating
Saturday
my
morning.
Reese's Pieces, sitting there watching
That's right.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, we're going to do Saturday morning children's firearm safety classes for free.
They might
out
be
of our-
mad at you for doing that 'cause they're going
But
to miss
they
out on their
enjoy it.
cartoons.
At least they get cool breakfast snacks and things like that.
There you go.
Yeah, and the families, they really take to that because it's not just for the children, it's for the family
Yeah,
all
for the
together.
parents.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's really who you're training. You
Yep,
bring
the
them in there.
response. Yeah, the response is amazing. And our daughter, she's right there in front, and I tell you, she will bust out with the song that we teach in there. And
What's
she
the song?
So you
I wanna
ready?
hear the song.
You ready?
All right. you
All
ready?
right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Stop. Don't touch. Run away. Tell a grown up.
And
And she does the dance
I
and the
love
moves
that.
and all of that.
Yeah, so it's a real cool thing.
That's awesome.
That's
Do
dope.
y'all have
Yeah.
a shirt? That you should get shirts made up.
We
Y'all
should. We
that.
need
Y'all
shirts.
definitely need that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have shirts just yet, but we'll get those.
That would be like a graduation, like when they pass the course. you
Yep.
know, they get a shirt out of it.
So they
or something
get
like that.
actually a challenge coin.
From
Oh,
Eddie
that's
the
a-
Eagle.
that's cool.
Yeah. So we have a challenge coin and a certificate that they do give, but shirts would be pretty cool to add to the
Yeah.
package.
Yeah.
So you guys have the NRA behind you, backing you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
most
said Eddie the
definitely.
Eagle, so
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
they,
NRA.
they donate a lot of free materials to us for that.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
we use the Eddie the Eagle curriculum. We also use the EDC Guy Academy, which is Erica's big day. So we mix those two, and then we also include our own, uniqueness to it, and then it just becomes a full course.
Yeah,
that
y'all are
is-
doing it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we try.
And
We try.
People need to take notice to what you're doing. This,
Yeah.
I mean, any gun owner.
Yeah.
I mean, any gun store owner.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cool. Yep. So.
One thing I wanted them to highlight is the growth that they had in less than a year. They went from one, like they said, a small store like this to a completely open, big, real brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doing that in the middle
Training
of a recession
facility.
or in the middle of the lockdowns was amazing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was very, very impressive.
Well,
Thank you.
that's when a lot of guns were sold.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
it was during this whole COVID nonsense bullcrap. I mean,
Yeah.
so many new gun owners, and the services that you're offering are needed.
Yeah.
Because they've got to encourage the new gun owners, because a lot of them are just buying it and then going home, throwing it in the top drawer or leaving
That's
it in their
right.
purse, and they ain't got the first clue where the safety is or how to load it or what ammo, which bullets to buy and to put
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, great thing about COVID though, also it allowed us to expand our training program into virtual training too. So we
Okay.
didn't stop training just because we were locked in. We're like, hey, we know that now we have children that are at home, parents that are at home, firearms that are at home.
Yep.
It still needs to be pushed for training. So we actually were the first company to do virtual CCW classes.
In the
Very
whole
cool.
state of
Yeah,
Missouri.
in the
In the
state of
whole
Missouri
state.
They
that we
actually had
noticed.
they actually had to find out if that was legal because of us.
Well, we tried it. And
Why
we
wouldn't
did
it be legal?
Yeah. Well, because some places Missouri didn't define what was a classroom,
Right.
Uh-huh.
so that was the only reason why it was legal.
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
to host the virtual classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So
going to say
we-
the schools were doing it.
Yeah,
Right.
So
exactly. So we
that's a classroom.
took that on and we did the education portion, and then just scheduled our students out,
Individual.
Trailblazers.
individually
Yep.
to be able to still
I love you
complete
guys.
them.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
You guys are tearing it up, man.
yeah.
We're gonna find those nooks and crannies to
Yep,
make
that's
sure
right.
you're
That's
not gonna
right.
beat us and stuff.
So where can our listeners go and find out more about you guys? You've
Yep.
got a website, Instagram,
We
social
do.
media, YouTube channel.
Yes, so our website is primeprostl.com. So we have a full inventory there. Also, we're on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Protection STL. Haven't went into the YouTube channel phase just yet. We
Okay.
keep being told that we should. So look out for us. It'll be Prime Protection
I'll hook you up over here.
STL. So, yep. And, yeah, you can reach us anytime.
Very good.
Yeah.
And is WTTA, you guys do anything with Walk the Talk America?
Most definitely.
Yeah, so we put the pamphlets in each gun that we sell.
Oh, good.
And then we also have talked about it several times. Unfortunately, with like the mass shooting that happened up in Buffalo, New York, that was a very traumatic thing for a lot of people, even across the nation.
Oh, yeah.
And so we talked a lot about it, and we made sure that we let the people know, hey, these is a group of people who are gun friendly that you can talk to, you can reach out to, and don't feel ostracized just because you are a gun owner.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so we believe that Mike and his crew over there, they're doing a great job, and they are something that is definitely needed, and it shows that we are not one-sided and we're open-minded to responsible gun ownership.
Yeah.
So you guys are just taking it upon yourself to put it in every gun that you're selling.
Right.
There's your go around if the manufacturers,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of these manufacturers don't get it, and then, you know, they're like, whatever, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you guys do have some manufacturers that are behind you, and that's great. But I like what you guys, you're like, well, we can do it. We're selling it right here.
Yeah. So, we try to incorporate that because mental health is a thing also, you know. So we make sure that they at least know that there's an additional resource for them to be able to reach out to.
That's great.
Yes.
That's right. I didn't even think about that. You just go directly to the
Straight to the source.
right to the retail people and do that.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. I mean, you guys, like I say, you're trailblazers, man.
We try
you guys
to reach
are great.
everything.
This is
Loving
the
this.
epitome of impact over influence. They're doing things that is going to be longevity and, like I said, a resource.
They're being proactive and not reactive
right.
on this
There's
stuff.
there's no wave to ride. They are the wave.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you.
I got to come visit you guys.
Yes.
I mean, I don't get to St. Louis very much, but I got a reason to now.
Yes.
We can take you out, have
It's
a
like
good
I never
time.
lost anything in St. Louis, but
Yeah.
I got to come
always
see
welcome.
you guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Most definitely.
So I ask all my guests before they leave, I got a question that I ask. So for the year 2023, you know, we're just kicking it off here. We're still new to it. What is one thing that you would like to see gone, vanish, disappear, just never to return, wiped off the face of the earth? First thing comes to mind.
I don't want to say wiped off the face of the earth, but Joe Biden.
That's perfect.
I mean,
I'll say it for you.
close
Wiped
to
off
being
the
wiped
face of the earth.
yeah, I would say this new brace law stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stripping freedom from us.
Yeah. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
Me personally, I think that especially in the African American community, it's going to be one of the worst things because a lot of us are not tied in so well with the Second Amendment culture. So we bought this thing 6 months ago, and it was perfectly legal. And because I don't follow, Kellgren or anybody else,
how am I going to know?
How am I going to know?
Yeah. That's been one of my big questions too, and a lot of people is like, how are they going to disseminate this to the 80 million? How many people have bought, that are floating out there, these pistol braces? How are they going to know?
Yep.
Right.
Exactly, and that's devastating to be an accidental felon.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it's going to be.
It's like nobody told me.
Yep.
How's I supposed to know? But you know what they say: ignorance is no excuse of the law.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yep, it is.
And it very well should be.
Yep.
What about you, Bridget?
Oh, that's a difficult one for me. What wiped off the face?
I'm like an extreme, and it could be anything. So for instance, there's certain phrases that people say, that I would like just go away, like ad nauseum.
Okay, my thing is the phrase "I can't."
I can't.
I
like that.
I don't. I just that doesn't sit well with me because I feel like there's always a way around being able to do it.
Negativity.
Yes, that part.
Let's get negativity out of our language.
Please don't say that you can't because there's always.
So I should quit asking this question because is this a negative question? Because getting rid of something? I don't know.
No, because it can happen.
Because it's a positive. We're trying to make things positive.
That's right.
Okay.
We take it in that light. So
all right, I
appreciate
that.
You can't.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yep.
So, Armon, Bridget, thank you so much.
You're
Greatly
welcome.
appreciate it. Devin, thanks for bringing them by.
Always.
You guys are always welcome on the show. So if you've got new programs or anything that you need to get the word out there
Thank
about,
you.
Yes.
come to us.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Would
it.
love to have
Yeah.
you guys on the show.
Definitely appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
This was a great time.
Leadheads, more coming from the 2023 SHOT Show here at the official lead quarters of Kel-Tec.
The Kel-Tec KSG 410 is the perfect sidekick with no kick. At just over 1.5 inches wide, just over 26 inches long, and just over 5 pounds, you'll be hard-pressed to find a more impressive 410 bore shotgun. In fact, it's the world's first and only pump-action 410 bore bullpup shotgun. The side-by-side dual feeding tubes and one in the chamber delivers an impressive 11-round total capacity, making it as functional as it is fun. Innovation, performance, Kel-Tec.
Oh, somebody left this.
It's for you.
Props. It's just props.
LEO, that's their. I gotta give it back to them. All right, Leadheads, this is day 4, continuing coverage of the 2023 SHOT Show from the official lead quarters here at Kel-Tec, ladies and gentlemen. So, have you guys seen the new 410 yet? Yeah, I know Joe saw it.
I hadn't.
Kel-Tec's new 410.
Yeah, I've already been taking like vaccine
Oh, yeah.
pictures with.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't find anything for scale, so I stuck an earplug because we can always scale back from that
From
to
an-
see what the faceplate
A
is.
dime or something like that.
Everybody's like, when are you gonna make the 410 case GSS? I'm like,
Didn't know you had one. What?
well, no, we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We talked about previous to
Previous,
this
yeah.
SHOT Show. So we've been talking about doing it, but it's going to be a full scale down, not just like we can't take the KSGSS and reduce it down. We're going to have to do a
And what
whole
Joe's
new
talking
design.
about is a suppressor for the 410 because
Yep.
they have one for the KSG 12.
KSG-12, yep. The
Nice. And
fast,
you guys had that out. It's been out a long time.
about 8 years. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the fastest attaching shotgun suppressor. It's actually the fastest
It's
attaching
modular, too.
suppressor. Yep. And go down to about 6 inches all the way up to the full size of 12 inches.
Yeah.
You get a little descending sound performance, but modularity, fastest on and off of anything. It's got to come on and off. I mean, it's a bullpup. You don't want to make your bullpup the same length as everything else. So
Right.
Snaps on, snaps off.
Defeats the purpose of having the bullpup.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll bring it in here and let you guys get a little hands-on with it.
No,
But,
sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that could make it better.
Yeah, the KS7,
Joe Meaux silencer.
we've got the plates for the KS7, and then probably 1 or 2 more projects after that, we might be able to look at the KSG 410.
Very cool. So that is the voice of Joe Meaux that you guys are listening to there, Aklys Defense. Joe, welcome in.
Thank you.
Also joining us, no strangers to the show here. Got a couple of veterans to the Leadhead Brigade. We've got our good buddy Brandon Forquer. Brandon, welcome in.
Hello.
And our good buddy Chris Brooks. Brooksy,
How's it going, Leadheads?
there you go. And they may or may not have some new digs they want to talk about. I know
Yeah.
Brandon does.
For sure, yeah.
So we're going to get into that. Brooksy,
Yes, sir.
we're going to talk about Brooksy's as well. So do you guys want to drop the news now on the new companies that you're representing?
Yeah, so I mean, I'll go first, right? I guess I'm in the middle. So
You're in the middle.
I am now officially with Signature Products Group, right? So licensee, and we deal with several core brands in our portfolios. We have Carhartt, we have Browning, we have Hook. We obviously work with Realtree. We work with American Sniper, Chris Kyle. So just several things in the portfolio, some really, really great stuff. Huey's another big one, brand out
Huey,
of the Western
yeah.
space.
Yeah,
We
Huey.
all love Huey. Got my rocking the Huey cap right now.
I love that.
So,
I like that.
Yeah, so
Very
lots
nice.
of great brands, getting to work with a lot of the retailers that I'm familiar with, so it's been awesome.
Very cool. And Brooksy.
Yes, sir. I am with Chris Kyle's American Sniper Ammunition Company.
There you go. So there's a little tie-in with you two.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So
Getting the band back together.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a new line of ammunition coming from the American Sniper brand.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we have a American manufacturing facility in South Carolina and hoping to open up another one soon. So doing some American-made ammunition.
Are we doing pistol, rifle? Both?
Yes.
Both of those?
Yes.
Pistol, rifle, all kinds of different calibers.
All sorts of different calibers.
Coming now. Is this available now, or is it soon to come? I know it's kind of a brand new company.
We're looking at about 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
From SHOT Show here.
Yes.
So we were looking like maybe February.
Yeah, our goal is to have something by no later than the end of February.
Okay, there you go. Very good. And American Sniper Ammunition, have they got their website and everything set up yet?
Everything's set up, yep.
Okay.
We have all sorts of URLs, but AmericanSniperAmmunition.com.
There you go. And for your company, Brandon?
Yeah, so I mean, our stuff, we're focused on a lot of the accessories for those brands in the portfolio. Specialty, we started out doing a lot of automotive, right? So car seats, car covers, things of that nature, steering wheel covers. And then we've recently picked up a big acquisition a big pickup for us earlier this year was the Carhartt bags. So if you see any of the Carhartt backpacks, duffels, the little lifestyle pieces, crossbodies, wallets, things of that nature, that's all us. Yep. So it's been really exciting. And then obviously we've had lots of other categories inside the portfolio for a while. We've had the Browning accessories, belts, wallets, right? Had the Carhartt's belts, wallets for a minute. And that stuff's been steamrolling for us. Huey, like I said, we do the automotive for them, and we do the pet. And so we also do the Carhartt pet and the Browning pet. So that is a crazy, crazy growing category for those.
You guys have a lot of different products.
Yeah.
Now, can people go directly to you to get these, or do they need to go to like the retailers to get this stuff?
You're going to go directly to your retailers or to the brands themselves, right? Since we're in a licensing position. So if you want to get some of this good stuff, you're going to want to go directly to Carhartt, to Huey, to Browning, and you'll be able to acquire that there.
Very good. Now I notice you guys have some dog products as well for the big sweeties out there.
Yep. The Browning pets. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I think we've had almost every service dog and or person with a dog in this building over the past week who's stopped by the booth, hung out, sniffing dog toys, sniffing pet beds, sniffing each other. It's been a riot. We literally talked about, I think next year we're going to make a pet lounge in the back for all the service dogs and everything.
Poop bags.
Well, we're going to start with water and a blanket, and then we'll see where that goes.
There you go. There you go. And Joe's got some big news.
We do.
That he wants to talk about.
So we were helping manufacture a product called the Hushpuppy project system. So it's kind of a throwback to the old Hushpuppy of Vietnam era, the slide lock Smith and Wesson with the little wipe suppressor. Well, we are relaunching and back rolling with those. We just did our first production run of the slide lock Glock pistols, and you'll be seeing them all over probably in the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you dealers that are interested, get in contact with us. We can set you up. The threaded barrel suppressor height sights Glocks are available as a product, so there's definitely ways of doing it. The Smith and Wesson.
Did you bring it with you? Is it in your
backpack?
We do.
You'll see. I don't have it with me,
okay.
But you'll see it over at the Supervel booth, which is, I believe, 1404.
It's okay. You don't have to give booth numbers.
Yeah.
They're not gonna. It shows over when they hear this. But
oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, these guys might want to know.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell them later.
Yeah. So we do suppressors and things like that. So Chris, the ammunition, I'm always interested in see if there's going to be a new manufacturer making subsonic stuff, because it's something we use and consume a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely something we could talk about.
Excellent. Yeah. So that's our big announcement.
That's your biggin. That's a big news.
Hushpuppy project is back rolling, so we're really excited about that.
Are you going to have this up on your website at Aklys Defense?
There's going to be a redirect to the Supervel and the dealer list of where you can get them for the individuals, as well as what's really big is we're now doing the modifications to your slide. So you now don't have to buy a whole gun that's all slide lock equipped. It's called the SLD, the slide lock device. You them on the Glock, Smith and Wessons, several different models of those, but you'll be able to send in your Glock slide. We can convert it and send it right back to you. So there's no licensing or anything. Drop it on a box. You'll be able to, on the website, print the label, drop it, follow the instructions, send it to us. Depending on the price point, we do offer some expedited for those people that have got to have it now.
Yeah.
We will set it up, get it done, back in a box, and out to you within a week in some of the expedited cases.
Fantastic. Now, is there anything new on the silencer horizon for Aklys? You guys working on anything to talk about?
Well, we have increased our production on the KSG SS tremendously. We've about tripled our batch size of what we're doing those, so keep an eye out for those. We've been getting lots of questions. Lots of questions over the last year. We had some material supply issues, as every manufacturer did.
Yeah.
We've got those sorted out. We've got some great material suppliers and some great materials, so we're actually cutting those. They're going to be going out to anodizing. We've got our new Saber 360. It's the only future-proof modular 36 or 9mm can that is rifle rated.
Nice.
We're seeing some great performance use, accuracy, super lightweight. It's 9.9 ounces, so it's under 10 ounces. So that's a big
lightweight.
That is a big milestone for a sportsman style can that has as much versatility.
Yeah. Now, what as far as the back smoke and all that?
Very low back pressure. It uses the same system as our standard Saber suppressors. So that same register section. So there's a lot of blast area. There's a diffuser in there to help break that up.
Nice.
But it is it's still a very quiet can. It's not like a lot of these newfangled low back pressure cans where that just means it's loud.
It's loud. Well, very good. So I want to get an update on the Velociraptor too. How's that?
Still working. We've got a small batch out. We're doing some Legos in between the KSG runs right now.
Okay.
So there's a stack of the little Lego blocks that we're working on and tweaking, but I think we've hit a final design and production on it.
Okay.
And we're just waiting to see how people break it.
Okay, well, send it to me. I'll show you how to break it. You know me, I'm notorious for breaking stuff.
Yep.
That's my forte. So, you've been walking around the show? I know you haven't. You've walked around the show, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Brandon
this
hasn't
is
had an
actually probably the most walking I've done in 20 years.
What's something cool that you've seen out of the ordinary? I mean, I know you've done these shows in the past and seen a lot of the same old, but what's something that just stuck out and you're like, that's really cool?
Probably over at Caesars, seems like there's just a ton of super cool stuff over there. It's been an impressive walk over there.
Yeah. So the expansion area over there?
I'm actually looking forward to getting over there and spending a little more time.
Okay. All right. I know you. Have you seen it? Have you been able, Brandon, to walk around?
I've had a little bit walked around. One of the things that I saw that was kind of cool, and I guess because, like I said, we're in that pack space, so you always kind of look and see what other people are doing, whether it's directly relatable or not necessarily a competitor to you, but you're just like, man, that's cool. And so we saw one of our guys we were talking about yesterday, and I forget the name of the brand now, which I hate that because I'd love to give them some love, but It was a single chassis modular pack, like a hunt pack. So if you're packing out elk or anything, big game, sheep type stuff, really unique, really like lightweight, but very rigid chassis.
Yeah.
Not just like, your traditional pole system that goes in the backpack. This was like a whole system that was like a slider up and down on your back.
Kind of rigid?
Very, very rigid. Looked like it was mostly made from like a polymer. So it was like really lightweight, and it could get down to like a normal backpack size, but then could expand all the way out to, I think they said, like a 35 or 4,500 liter
Ooh, that does
level.
sound cool.
And then it had the bottom to it as well. Just really premium looking stuff. So that was just kind of cool. So props to them.
Sweet.
Somebody will know that brand and they'll be like, hey, that is this. Go visit
that's
them.
it, yeah. Go check it out. But you, Joe?
Been some great stuff here at the Keltec booth. I'm really excited about the P15. Looks like it's going to be a solid little pistol.
Oh yeah.
We'll probably be.
It's gonna be nice.
We're probably going to be one of the first people to suppress one. So, yeah.
I bet you will be.
On that, we've got over at CANIK, the new Micro Compact 9mm. I'm really excited about that. That gun is gonna sell. Fits good. What's awesome is how they were able to maintain the mag cross compatibility, which nobody else has been able to do that from the full size gun to a micro compact like that. And then the Bond Arms lever gun.
I've heard about that.
So the Bond Arms lever gun.
You're not the first to talk about that.
There's another lever gun here, but it's a 9mm mag fed. The Bond Arms gun, man, they've got some trick stuff going on in the action as far as like the safety features, but it uses a standard AR upper. It uses a standard AR style bolt face, so that opens it up to 5.56 and 300 blackout and any of those compatible systems, as well as you can use it in 9mm. So it's like an AR-15 mag well, so the CMMG 9mm convertible mags.
That's cool.
I'm really excited about that one. Gordon over there.
Mag-fed lever action. Yeah.
They've been in production and working on this for quite a bit of time, and the result they have, it's nice. It's very robust. I think it's going to be about $600 less than that other one that you might be seeing in there. Yeah,
that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of people come by and talk about that.
Those two things are really exciting.
Yeah,
because I recently not recently, I guess over the last 5 years, I've really grown to love lever guns for suppressed use.
Sure.
Because it's the fastest action, the closed breech action.
And
Like
so
bolt
quiet.
guns are quiet, but
Lever
they're kind of
action,
slow. Levers are fast.
Now, are you developing anything for specifically for a lever?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's just a closed breech gun, so anything that works with the bolt guns or in that specific area works well with it. But any suppressor, you're going to gain that lock breech performance, just like the Hushpuppy slide lock device.
Right.
Anytime you can get all of the gases through the can and let that can do its job completely, it works. The Hushpuppy is literally, the Hushpuppy system with the Model 2 is literally the quietest suppressed firearm in the world.
Yeah. You're talking about how you can hear the shell casing hit the...
Not only the shell casing, but the way suppressors work is they capture the sound and release the sound and energy and the gases over time. The longer you can do that, the quieter it can get. Well, you can actually audibly hear the gas releasing over a measure of half a second, 3/4 of a second, rather than typical suppressors where it's still in the millisecond range.
Yeah.
Much longer than the gunshot, but the longer you can stretch it out, the quieter you can bring that
Right.
sound. And that's what those lock breech guns allow you, like the Hushpuppy guns, lever guns.
Give your website
really
where people can go and...
AklysDefense.com. You can take a look at all of our products. Also take a look at Supervel.com.
Supervel.
Supervel Ammunition. Do a Google search on there. They have a link to sign up to the email list for the announcement of where and when you can send in your own slides for that.
And your grams?
Instagram, Aklys Defense, everywhere.
There's Joe. He's coming back for his upper. I was going to bring that to you. Brandon?
That's not what he said earlier.
You want to give out how people get in touch with your company, or is that
so I mean
necessary?
Yeah, we can do it two ways, right?
Okay.
So if anybody out there who's looking at it from a retail perspective, you can connect with us for all the brands in our portfolio at spgcompany.com, right? You can kind of see what all we got going on there. But obviously, from the end consumer, right, anybody wanting to get any of the fun stuff, you're going to go directly to those websites, right? You're going to go directly to Carhartt.com, Browning.com,
Sure.
Hook, etc.
Nice. And Brooksy.
Same. Just as I spoke about before, is just AmericanSniper.com or AmericanSniperAmmunition.com.
Yeah. Are they on the grams? At American Sniper Ammunition, maybe, or something along those lines? Yeah. Very cool. So, last question. One thing that you could do away with in 2023, make it disappear completely, never come back, what would it be, Brandon?
Hangovers.
Hangovers, I love it. Brooksy.
Democrats.
Democrats, like it.
The Hughes Amendment.
The Hughes Amendment. Here we go, baby.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Dropping the knowledge
Those are
bomb on us. I love it.
3 great answers. I love those. I'm going to take all those for mine. So, Leadheads, we'll be back with more coverage from Day 4 of the 2023 SHOT Show here at the official lead quarters of Kel-Tec. All right, Leadheads, that does it for another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. Make sure you go and support all those that sponsor this show and make it possible to bring to you each and every week. Mission First Tactical. Go to Mission First Tactical. Use the code LEADHEAD. You're going to get 20% off. And we've got them coming up in an episode to talk about their new magnetic holster and belly band that they've got, which you guys aren't going to want to miss that. And that code will work for those products, and I think they're on their website now. So go check them out. Go to Kel-Tec, KelTecWeapons.com. Use the code LEADHEAD. You're going to get 15% off anything in their pro shop, guns excluded. IWI US, go show them the love. Go to their Instagram page. Let them know how much you appreciate them being sponsors of the Talking Lead AK Corner. And then, of course, Seal One with Dwight, seal1.com. You can use the code LEADHEAD to get 25% off any of the CLP Plus products. And then, as we mentioned earlier, soon to come, they're going to have their universal pistol and rifle kits. So you guys will have a one-stop. It'll be a definite one-stop shop there at Seal One and Done. And Leadheads, as always, keep your loved ones close.
And your guns closer and cleaner with Seal One.
Seal One and Done.